I thought the investigation with the document hoax was dying or dead or over, only to find out that the corrupt and highly political Justice Department just appointed a super radical left special counsel.
Yeah, that's former President Trump reacting last night to the Justice Department's appointment of a special counsel to oversee the Mar-a-Lago and January 6th investigations. NewsNation correspondent Evan Lambert live for us in Washington with more on that special counsel. Evan.
Natasha, the former president and his allies are hitting back at the announcement of a special counsel to take over investigations involving Trump. Trump calling it unfair, but Attorney General Merrick Garland, in making his announcement, saying the special circumstances demand it because Trump has announced he is running for president and President Biden indicated he will do the same. Garland naming special counsel Jack Smith to head up investigations involving allegedly classified documents taken by Trump to his home at Mar-a-Lago and Trump's role in January 6th and efforts to overturn the 2020 election. Special counsel Jack Smith is a career prosecutor who served with the International Criminal Court and oversaw war crimes investigations here at home. He started as a federal prosecutor in 1999. Then from 2010 to 2015, he led the Justice Department's Public Integrity Section. That's the unit that prosecutes public corruption and election crime cases. Here's Garland explaining his decision and Trump's reaction late last night.
Such an appointment underscores the department's commitment to both independence and accountability in particularly sensitive matters. It also allows prosecutors and agents to continue their work expeditiously and to make decisions indisputably guided only by the facts and the law.
I want to address the appalling announcement today by the egregiously corrupt Biden administration and their weaponized Department of Justice. Would you like me to talk about that? Larry, would you like me to talk about that? This horrendous abuse of power is the latest in a long series of witch hunts. It started a long time ago.
And listen to this. In an interview on PBS's Firing Line, Trump's own Attorney General Bill Barr said he thinks the Department of Justice has some basis for appointing a special counsel.
I personally think that they probably have the basis for legitimately indicting the president. I don't know. I'm speculating.
You're speculating, yeah.
But given what's gone on, I think they probably have the evidence that would check the box. They have the case.
In regards to the special counsel, Smith begins his work immediately, but ultimately Garland would have to sign off on any decision to charge someone, including the former president. Natasha?
Well, and Evan, what can you tell us about some of the other high-profile cases Smith has overseen?
Yeah, so he has overseen prosecutions of both Democratic and Republican politicians, including former Virginia Republican Governor Bob McDonnell and former Democratic presidential candidate John Edwards. Incidentally, both of those, he ended up losing both of those cases. Natasha?
All right, Evan Lambert live for us in D.C. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.